I'm just letting you know. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture. And this is our pop culture chat. Y'all, we are getting ready to get into talking about this young lady here. Mm. Oh, the Brick Lady. So let's talk about the Brick Lady's conviction and how Rhoda Osman's life ignited this social media gender wars. Child, and let me get you all the people who are going to be talking about this today. We've got Danny. Danny, introduce yourself and let the people know who you are.
Hi, I'm Danny, and I do a little bit of everything, but my entry into this YouTube world came in legal analysis. So that's kind of my shtick for the most part. But now I'm just here, helping out Pam, having fun, doing silly stuff on YouTube. But today is back in the legal kind of thing. Not too much analysis, but more just, social commentary, and this just happens to be a legal issue, but more social commentary than legal analysis.
And go ahead, my other co-host, tell them who you are
Yeah.
and what you do.
How y'all doing, ladies? How y'all doing?
All
Y'all know me,
right.
Okay.
man. It's Blue, man. I've been doing YouTube for a long time, been streaming for a long time. I talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. We'll talk about it. Let's get into it.
And we're definitely going to do that. We are getting ready to get into this lady right here, Rhoda Osman. Now, I'm going to give you all some background information about this topic, but before I do that, make sure you all hit that like button. We are streaming on multiple platforms, so make sure that whatever platform that you are watching this from, please make sure you'll hit that like button, you hit that heart button. And if you like the content, if you like this content, you like my content, you'll look above me. There's a QR code. Go ahead and hit that QR code and subscribe to my channel. Danny and Blue will put their information down in the chat, and go ahead and just subscribe to their channels as well. So let's talk about Rhoda Osman, and let's talk about who she is. Now, back in 2023, now, if you follow me or follow anything that I do over there on TikTok, you know over there is the cesspool of gender wars, any kind of wars, all kinds of stuff that's going on over there. Well, this young lady dropped this video, and I know she dropped it on, I believe she dropped it on Facebook, she dropped it on Instagram, and she dropped it on TikTok. I don't know if she dropped it on Twitter, but she dropped this video where her face as it is, as you see it up here, it was swollen on her side, and she tells the world that she was hit in the face by a brick. So let me get you to that page. Hold on, y'all.
Now, Pam, wasn't there some cell phone video the night of the incident that she claimed that's when it happened?
I'm gonna play because I tried to go back as far as I could to find her initial video. I could just find videos of what she had, but my understanding, there was a cell phone video. There was, I don't know if it was she was doing the cell phone video. I know that there is a video of two guys that were like, well, we were standing over there and we didn't
like some kind of witness account video, and it was that night, and she was in it. The guys were in it. That's when I first got wind of it. And then, like I said, I just kind of checked out once I saw the gender war stuff happening because I was like, I can't. This is just crazy.
It was. And I don't want to go ahead, but it was some surveillance video that actually came out and really cleared everything up. But everybody still doubled down. It was crazy.
Yeah, I knew that there was
it wasn't everybody. You know who doubled down.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. Hold on, y'all. Share screen. Here we go. So let's see if we can hear.
I think that's part of that video. Yeah.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a brick is. Yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and it hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? What y'all do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man and fucking do something. Y'all gonna
So that was the initial video that I saw. Those two men that you saw in the background, they were talking about, well, we were over at the gas station and we came along and stuff like that. Now, I wasn't able to find that particular video, but I also want to play this video because this is her in the hospital. Come on. What is going on?
You're using some new stuff, Pam.
Blue. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can just move. I don't know why it just won't play. It was playing just a minute ago. Well, let me do this. All right.
Yeah, there it goes.
Is now being charged with theft by deception.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this?
Roda Osman told cops that she was hit in the face with a brick outside a Houston club after she refused to give out her phone number. But footage capturing the incident does not support Roda's report, according to charging documents. And cops say a similar GoFundMe was created in 2020, where she claimed to be assaulted with no reports on record. GoFundMe told an NBC affiliate that the fundraiser has been removed from their platform, and Roda has been banned from creating future fundraisers.
All right. So we've got the gist on that. Let me this was the fundraiser that she did, and I recovered this from somebody else's page. But she raised $42,322 off of this GoFundMe, asking people because she needed to pay for her medical bills and all of this other stuff. Now
let me give you guys some perspective.
One of the things that we need,
$6,000 shy of what a teacher makes in Florida. Yeah. She raised just on instigating a lie.
Right.
Had I known, no, I'm just kidding.
Hello, on the pod. Yeah, we gonna talk about this. We are going to talk about this. So this is not the first time that she's done it. Now, she's moved to Houston, and this is where all of this took place. But previously, she lived in Minnesota, and she ran this scam in Minnesota. And it's my understanding that she was able to get $4,000 or $5,000. I could not find that GoFundMe, but they said that she raised almost up to $5,000. So when she moved to Houston, This was one of her scams that she had in her back pocket. Now, it is my understanding that she has been known to do stuff like this. She is known on social media to do all of these videos. One of the videos that I saw, she's twerking, she's running up to men, and she's nudging their heads and saying that they're not being a man and all this other stuff. She's known for all of these what do you call those videos?
Prank.
Like prank type.
Like prank, like what do you call it?
Because that's what I was seeing when this
video.
first happened. People were saying, no, she pranks a lot. But then I thought that the commentary just was not letting up on believing what she was doing. So then I'm like, I'm good. Let me bow to this and just wait for the other shoe to drop.
Right. So here she is. She went to court last week, and she was found guilty. She was found guilty of theft by deception. She was sentenced to 90 days in jail. She had 10 years of probation. She's ordered to pay back every cent, which was confusing to me because I thought that the GoFundMe restricted her from getting those funds, and that was a gray area for me. I couldn't find the information.
Okay, so unfortunately, Pam, and I think this has changed because I know when GoFundMe first started out, there was a waiting period to get the money. And I definitely know that to be true during the pandemic when a lot of those people that were getting fired for saying racist things started the GoFundMes, and a lot of them got taken down once GoFundMe realized why they got fired and why they were raising the funds. And so I don't know if it was always the case, but I know during the pandemic, there was a waiting period before you could access the funds. I know now because my daughter has a GoFundMe for her movie stuff. Now, within 24 hours, they're depositing the money into whatever bank account that you have linked to the GoFundMe. So you're getting that money relatively fast, between 24 and 48 hours from, they don't even wait for the donations to stockpile. Like, let's say there's $50 in there. They'll deposit it the next day into whatever bank account you have linked to it. They don't wait until it gets to a certain amount before they transfer the funds over. So that being said, she probably got a hold of what she did. That's why they're making her pay restitution.
Pay it back,
I'm sure GoFundMe refunded the donors, but now she probably has to refund GoFundMe. Right.
Thank you for clarifying that. The judge also she has a 10-year ban from all social media. So she cannot for 10 years open her old account. She can't start new accounts. She can't do any of those things. And we will talk about how that is so difficult to with what we have going on today, how difficult that will be unless they are checking her IP addresses and stuff like that.
And like I've mentioned, unless there's nobody else living in her house, you cannot effectively
police that.
Yeah, you can't police it because the IP address belongs to everybody in the house with devices. And from what I understand, she has a child. So unless she lost custody,
there's ways around it, and we'll talk because I know how to. I know ways that the internet will police. Internet police themselves. So
right.
Somebody will tell on it if she shows up.
She'll just be a fake person. It'll literally just be a fake person. Until social media starts requiring real ID, like that thing where you got to put your driver's license in it and then scan your face and all that. There's really no way to police whether she's going to create another account. That's just stupid, but hey.
All right, so we've gotten there. I don't know. I got this blank page.
I wore my hair like this as a tribute to her. And her big head. I should talk, but I think hers might be bigger than mine.
There you go. There you go. All right. So let's listen to the guy who was he did a interview with a guy named Yes, I Am Stacy. I think that's his name. And he went into more specific details because he was partying with this woman. And he says that he was partying with her and they were at a club. He says that she walked up to him and said that, he was trying to talk to her. She was like, if you're going to talk to me, all these bitches in your section got to leave. And he was like, oh, hold up. These are my friends. Ain't nobody getting ready to leave. And I'm just paraphrasing from what I had on this internet. On this interview. And he says when he saw her, and I guess they all testified to it, she had on like a what do you call those things? They call them what is it? The little baklava type mask. What you call it? Pew shiesty or whatever y'all call them. I don't know what y'all call them, young people.
The pew shiesty.
Yeah, pew shiesty. She had on one of those type masks, and he says that it was like tight to her head, and it was like covering her little bun and all of this other stuff right here. And he says that they were partying. She never took her mask off. Which in my opinion, I was like, why was you talking to somebody that walked in the club looking like that? But that's not my business.
Right? The pandemic was over, wasn't it?
And so, but because she has that body, she's got that big old booty, she's got that small waist, she got the thing. She came over to the section and they said that she was acting odd, but she never took the mask off her face. They ended up talking about going to someplace, he says, and she gets into the car, and then he says again, she starts doing that little mushing of his head or something like that. And he was like, hold on, you know what? You got to stay here. I'm not getting ready to be bothered with that. They go over to wherever it is that they're getting ready to go. They said that from the spot that he left her at to the spot that she got to was like she walked maybe like a mile and a half. She walked until she was surrounded by a whole bunch of folk. And then once she was surrounded by the whole bunch of folks, that's when she started screaming in that video that we saw. Oh, somebody got hit in the face with a black man. So we don't know if she went to the club already with this big old knot in her head.
Knot on her head, yeah.
Because when I looked at it at first, I was like, okay, that looks like the Cardi B knot that she got when she was
hit with the shoe.
Hit with the shoe. But then when you look at the Cardi B knot, you can see
that
little
was
scratches.
A
yeah, you can see little scratches around it where you could tell she was doing like this. But then when you look at hers, it honestly looked like she had pumped. It looked like she had pumped saline in her face. That's what that was the first initial thing that I thought. I was like, did she pump something in her face, or did she intentionally hit herself in the face?
It was some reports out that said that she had a procedure earlier that week or something like that with that, and that's why she had the mask on. That's when all this started. I remember reading all of that because that didn't make sense. Even if you get hit in the head with a brick, the swelling ain't the issue. You gonna have some type of raspberry or skin off.
Yeah.
I'd have been hit with a rock.
And her
brick,
eye would have been
like,
shut too. You would think.
Yeah, like that's not nothing that you just swell up. There was no bruising. There was no redness. There was nothing. Like it was just swollen. You know what I'm saying?
Let's look at it again. Look at her face. You can look over here at this video right here. Look at her face. It was like really, and it was swole right up into here. But I was concerned. I was like, if he hit you like that doesn't look like somebody just injected something up in there, because I don't see any darkness in her skin. You understand what I'm saying?
Ain't no bruising or nothing. Yeah.
Because, some people bruises don't show up to a certain period of time, but just the way it is.
Not if you get smacked. Not if you swelling like that, Pam.